first thing I want to say is, before you come to your decision, just know this. Vort, my co-owner, stole X amount of money from several different people. Even as I am sitting right here, I have received text messages from users on Discord saying that Vort scammed them. $400, $200, $20, $4,000, there's different amounts. This guy has factually stolen money from people. So before I continue, I just want anyone watching this to know that Vort has stolen money from a bunch of people that I didn't even know about. I'm finding out about it today. Okay, now let's begin. So, where do I even start with this? How do I even start this whole...
So how long has this been going on for? Like, how long has Vort been stealing money and embezzling funds from our eyes?
Okay, so when I went to... There was a time in March. Since this is going to be a long video, I'll just talk in depth. In March this year, 2025, I came back from Morocco. When I came back, I had a bunch of messages from people telling me that developers had not been paid. Right. So I was confused, and you know, my payments come from Vort. So what I mean by that is he will tell me, this person needs to be paid, this person needs to be paid, and I'll send him the money. So he told me that the VFX artist at the time, also I have all the evidence, all the pictures, everything, the documents are down below. I have everything. I don't hide anything. I'm not afraid of anything. So any questions, it's all below. The VFX artist needed to be paid. So cool. I asked him how much the guy needs to be paid. He told me like X amount, like £2,500. Fine. So here's the thing. Our VFX artist lives in America, right? He lives in America, so he only takes USD, right, dollars. So Vort asked me for pounds. So in the picture, there will be a picture on the screen right now. If the VFX artist lives in America, why are we paying him in pounds? Why did Vort ask me for pounds? Right, so one of my team members, Kay, did an investigation and found out that basically Vort had been doing this to multiple, basically Vort had been asking me for British pounds, right, and then paying the developers in dollars and keeping the difference for himself. So he then, when confronted, Vort then admitted to it. When confronted, so this is true, by the way, so this is not allegedly. Vort admitted to this. Vort said, if you don't believe me, you can ask Vort himself. You can ask Vort himself. You can look at the documents. Vort then said that the reason he was doing that was that he wanted to pay developers extra money for motivation. In Vort's own words, he called it happy payments. In my life, I've never heard the word happy payments before. So Vort said he was paying developers happy payments to receive the money. The developers themselves can also confirm that they got extra payments. Also, guys, me personally, I don't know what a person needs motivation for. If you're being paid 3K, 6K, 7K to do a job, I don't know why you would need an extra $500 or this and that. But that's not my business. So Vort had been doing this for some time, so he was stealing money from me without asking me. Now, I personally, if he told me, Don, we need an extra 1K, an extra $500 to pay X person, I would do it. There's no problem with that. But like I said, Vort did it and went behind my back and he stole money from me. It's a dishonesty completely, the dishonesty. We then later found out that Vort was collecting payments from users. So what this means is that if you're like a member of the server, you're an Arise member, let's say for example you wanted a role or special tag in the game or in the server, you would then message Vort. You're supposed to message me, but a lot of people message Vort. So you'd message Vort, ask him for that role. He'll tell you, I don't know, he'll tell you, if you want this role, you have to pay him $500, $1,000. And they would pay him the role for something in the server. He would do it and he would not tell us. You know, so he'd pocket that money for himself. From estimated guesses, from what I've heard from people in the team, during that period, Vort is the only person that was making a bunch of money from the game. He's made thousands of dollars from the game without telling us. I didn't know about this, by the way, so I found out later on. Then the biggest thing that I think that really took me to a different level is when I got a message from somebody one day. I'll post a picture of the message right now on the screen. Basically, a person had said that Vort had collected 4,000 USD from him for a Minecraft advertisement on our Arise server. And that advertisement was never officially done. It was never done. So Vort basically took the money and ran away. Till today, I don't know what Vort spent the money on. Maybe you guys can tell me, but I don't know what he spent the money on. When confronted, apparently Vort said he used the money to pay developers. He told me that he had already spent the money. He didn't tell me what he spent it on. So my point is, we now know that Vort is a liar, a scammer, a thief, and just an overall criminal. That's my honest opinion of the situation. So the problem with this is at the time we already had a contract in place. The reason the contract was put in place, the contract is on the screen right now, as you can see. I set up a contract once I found out that Vort had been stealing money from me because Unfortunately, he came up with the game idea initially. So because of that, I don't want to kick somebody off the team like that. It wouldn't be fair. And he has control of the Discord server and the Roblox group. So basically, if Vort wants to, at any point, he can just kick me out. At any point, Vort can just kick me out. Nobody in the Arise development team trusted Vort. We were all worried that the moment we drop the game, Vort is gonna just kick us out and just keep all the money to himself. So everybody was on their toes. We just didn't know how to do this because there's no way he's gonna transfer ownership to me. He knows that if he does that, he's useless. We don't need him anymore. I funded the entire game. I built the entire marketing system. Arise is known because of me. Vort has done nothing to bring this game to life. Literally nothing. He sat on his ass doing absolutely nothing while we worked out. Bro, we were traveling to different countries. Marketing this game. We were doing all sorts of things to market the game. Vort did absolutely nothing, and he's claiming the credit for it right now. So what happened, if you guys read the document, I recommend you read the document because I'm just going to summarize what happened here. So on the 28th of November, I'd had enough because at this point, I'd been waking up at 6 a.m. every single day. Me and another person on the team called Josh. We've been waking up at 6 a.m. every day. I was scripting the game. We were trying to get stuff done, and Vort was not doing anything at all. I asked him to look for a builder. He couldn't find the builder. So I came back and I found the builder in literally a few hours. So if you are unable to do the job that you've been tasked to do as the co-owner, what purpose do you have to serve in this game? What is your purpose in this game? Zero. You didn't pay for the game. You didn't market the game. You didn't do anything. If anything, you slowed down the game. So why are you in this game? That's my honest opinion. Why is he in the game? He did absolutely nothing. The only reason Vort still exists inside that game is because of me. Every single developer wanted him gone. Every single developer wanted Vort gone from the game. They did not trust him. The only reason that he was still in that the only reason that he was still in that game was because of me making sure that I didn't want him to lose out, basically. And do you know why? Because when I met Vort in 2024 for the first time, he sent me a text message after the first time that I saw him. So I went to London, I took him out, I met all the Arise developers. Vort stayed with me for a week in London for the first time. And, I made sure everybody was good. I saw him, I met his mother, I've met his brother. I thought that Vort was a good person and just a person that, needed good guidance. So I just thought the best thing to do was to keep this guy close and make sure he doesn't make a mistake and just bring him along. And he sent me this text message. Vort does not think I have all these. By the way, another thing I want to say, guys, I have all the transcripts of every single conversation I ever had with Vort. So just in case he wants to delete anything, I have all the transcripts. So if you see on the screen right now, this is the text message. As you can see, that's quite of a personal, heartfelt message he sent to me. Other than that, there was nothing else. And so on the 28th of on the 28th of November, which was a few days ago, I told Vort to hand over the ownership of the server to me because I had just been tired of his behavior. He said no, he refused. And obviously I said, if that's the situation, then fine. Let's continue making this game, but once the game is out, we will volume, yeah? So I asked on the 28th of November, I asked Vort to transfer ownership of the Roblox group to me. He can keep the server. I also built both of these things, by the way. If you guys know, you've seen my videos, I built both of these things. There's no reason he should own any of them in reality. I built this, it was me. But he refused. He didn't want to give me the Roblox group or the server. So he didn't want to give me anything. You understand? Because he knows that if he gives me something, I can kick him out. So he did not want to pass over anything to me. So I said, okay, if that's the case, I now see where you stand. I now see that me and you are enemies. We are not co-workers. Because if you're co-workers or co-owners, you would hand something over to me. How can you claim that we are 50-50, yet you own the Roblox group and the server that I built, right? Without me, Vort would be a nobody. And this is not me being rude. This is genuinely not me being rude. Look at the text messages right now. He messaged me first, asking me to work on a game with him. I said, okay. He also lied to me in the initial stages, telling me that the entire game would cost £800. That's what he said to me. Look at the screen. You can see right now. He told me the entire game would cost £800. I said to him, what's the catch? I'm a game developer. I've made games before. What's the catch? I've never heard of a game costing £800 in my entire life. Vort told me it'll only cost £800. That it did not cost £800. I've spent easily, if I factor in the marketing costs, the travels, all the things I've done in relation to growing Arise, I've spent easily over 60K. Easily. Right? So he completely lied to me. And he did say this to me. He also told me that, this was his exact words, I have no way of proving this because this was a phone call. So you just have to take my word for it. Once again, I have no reason to lie. but this is exactly what he said. He said, and I quote, "I didn't lie to you, but I knew that if I told you the price, the actual price, you wouldn't have invested," which is true. Look at the screen. Look at what I said. Look at what I said right here. I said, "How much is it going to cost? Because I'm working on a lot of games right now, meaning I don't have that much money. If the money that he needed was over a certain amount, I would not have invested." And he knows this. So he then lied to me so that I joined. He said it himself, and look at the screenshots. Everything is there. So point of the matter is, Vort lied to me. Vort stole from me. Vort has stolen from a bunch of other people, and that's why we're in this situation today. So now people might be wondering, what's the drama? How did this drama start? So I woke up. Was it yesterday? I don't know what day it was. I think it was the 30th. I woke up on the 30th. I'm just minding my business. All of a sudden, I get like 10 phone calls, 10 messages from my whole team saying, "Vort is running the back door. Vort is like removing us, this and that." I go onto Discord. Permissions are gone. I have no permissions. I can't comment. I can't do anything. He's basically kicked us all from the server. He's just like, it went on an attack. The reason for this, by the way, is he said that I gave him 24 hours. I gave him, so what happened was, we decided we wanted to split. The whole team wanted to come with me and split. We then also wanted to just completely just disappear and just have nothing to do with him. So I said to Vort, by the way, they also wanted to run a back door. What I mean by run a back door is they didn't trust Vort, because they thought that Vort would not let us leave peacefully. So they wanted to basically spam the server with our new information so that we could get more followers before he kicks us out. I said no. I said, let me message Vort first. Let me give him the chance to make this right. Let me tell him, Vort, I don't want to work with you again. I wish you the best, but I don't want to work with you again. So I'm going to take the team. We're going to go here and continue our rise, and you can do whatever the hell you want to do with the server that I built. You can keep that, since you claim to be the big developer that you are, so you can keep that. Vort did not respond to me. Look at the screen right now. There's no response. So we are here waiting from 6 p.m. till midnight. Vort does not respond to us. And when he does, it's like just a one-word sentence. And then eventually we got tired of it. The next day we're sitting here waiting for a response from him. And he says, so I just said to him, as you can see his name, I don't want to say, even though he's out here revealing personal information, I don't want to say his name, but as you can see from the screenshot, I said, you have 24 hours to respond. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you don't want to do this nicely. So I'm going to then take an action in that way. That's me still giving him time to act. So a few hours pass, and then next thing you know, explosion. Vort removes everybody from the server, all of us, the development team, removes our roles. He just basically just goes on a hissy fit, just goes crazy. And so that's how that whole situation happened. And then all of a sudden, we just had to make our new Discord server. And that's how we survived, by sharing my document around. So all this information about, I don't know what Vort has said. I think he made a document. I can address Vort's document right now. Let me actually do that. Because I have, also one more thing. I ran a space on my new server. I told Vort to join. He just ignored it. I told his friends to join. His friends joined. They defended him, and they still lost. So it's even funny because one of the posts that, as you can see on the screen right now, this is a post that the previous community manager of Arise had done. You see here how he says that he leans towards Vort's side. I didn't message the guy. I have the guy's WhatsApp. I messaged the guy directly, and we had a conversation. The guy took it down, and he's now left Vort's team. He's now left the entire team of Arise. So clearly, there must be something isn't right here. Nobody's on Vort's side. No one is on Vort's side at all. So let me actually go through his document if I can find it. As I was about to show you guys the document, I just received a DM from somebody called Spar Kraken. I'm going to put a screenshot of the DM right now on the screen. As you guys can see this, he says, I was someone Vort scammed for 500 USD. Now that it has come to light that Vort was a scammer, since people didn't believe me, can I have the roles that I purchased or something? You got this? Guys, I don't even need to do anything. I literally don't even need to do it. Look at this. Look at the screen right now. As I'm talking to you right now, I just received this message. I don't know what else to say, but let's actually go through. And there's more. There's way more. Once again, if any of you guys have been scammed by Vort, or you paid Vort money personally, come forward, send me a direct message so I can see how I can try to either compensate you on behalf of him, even though I don't need to. I'm only doing that because I feel like with my name being attached to Arise, I feel like it's something I should try to do. So if you paid for a role, I'm going to make sure you get that role. I'm still making Arise. Arise is not affected in any shape or form. We're going to change the name though. But if you paid for a role, just message me. You'll get your role. You know, I don't know what Vort is doing, but I'll make sure you get your role. Okay, so as you guys can see this, this thing on the screen right now. This is Vort's document, right? So I'm not even sure if I should address this because Anthony is doing his own video on this and he's gonna, I've already addressed it there, but I'm gonna address it here. We're gonna skip the first part of this whole thing because basically what it was is when I was 16 and I met this person, he told me he wanted to make like an RPG game on Kickstarter. So I said, okay, you know, I'm trying to make money. I'm young, I'm trying to make money. I make mistakes. You know, people make mistakes when they're young. I was younger than Vort was at this time, far younger than he was at this time. So he said, let's make a game. I said, okay, cool. He said, make the Kickstarter page. I made the Kickstarter page. The next day, the guy tells me he doesn't want to make the game anymore. So he says, close down the page. We closed it down. That's it. I think somehow we got posted on Reddit and that's that. I'm not going to post the link here because it has like personal information, but you've seen the document. You've already seen what it is. Move forward. Money issue. I love this. I've already addressed this in Anthony's video, but I'm going to address it here for you guys. Vort says, let me read this out. He says, as you guys can see on the screen anyway, firstly, I'd like to clear up the money stealing issue that Don Senti is going around telling people, saying I, Vort, stole money from him. So he then says, all the money claimed to be embezzling was sent towards developers making progress to Rise. He didn't say he didn't steal the money. He didn't say he didn't embezzle. Do you see what I'm saying? He said all the money claimed to be embezzled, meaning that he did receive that money, but he's just saying that the money went towards developers of Arise. This is what he said to me personally. So he never denied embezzling the money. Also, look on the screen here. Anthony made a video on this, but I'll show you again. Look at the screen right now. This is a screenshot of a transaction I sent to Vort. Look what it says here. It says VFX payment. You see that? This is Vort's PayPal email, and this is the amount. You see, it's British pounds. So why is he sending our American VFX artist British pounds? So, and here he's not denying it. So Vort did embezzle money from us. He's not denying it. He's not denied it at all. Okay, next payment. Payment to Atlas, the original VFX maker who left the team when project management shifted from Vort to JS and Korea. And he says the same thing about Sina right here, as you can see. Another reason is the guys left the team because they didn't like Vort's management. He didn't mention that here. They left the team because they didn't like his management. They were ignoring him. Vort currently has Atlas and Sina blocked because they didn't respond to him on time and they didn't like his beat. They just didn't like him as a manager. Furthermore, blaming Vort that he didn't fund any of the game is quite senseless when the whole original contract was based on a 50-50 split where Senti funds and Vort gives the idea and the very concept of Arise to manage it. Where was the, is the 50-50 contract in the room with us? Because I've not seen it. When we started, as you can see from this screenshot here and this message here, there was no original contract. I brought a contract, the first original contract in November 2024, which was a 60-40 split with me and Vort because I felt like he was going to steal the game from me. He managed to convince me that he wouldn't steal it from me, so I then cancelled the contract idea. That was the first contract, but he didn't even sign that. And Vort does not want to sign contracts. He avoids contracts. I have nothing to hide. I'm not afraid of anything. So the contract says we both own everything 50-50, everything. Is that not a good deal? If you, I don't know what his issue with the contracts is, but he didn't want to sign any contract. So I don't know what he's talking about here. Next, he says this is completely false. It would be the developers sending invoices to Don Senti, and Don Senti will send them via check-in, everything only a couple of times, blah, 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 blah. The thing with this is that how it works is Vort would tell me this person needs this payment. He would then tell them to either send me an invoice or he would then send me the invoice himself. He'd be collecting a lot of the payments himself. So I'd pay him. So what he did with that money, I was assuming, granted, it's my fault. I shouldn't have trusted somebody like that randomly. It is my fault, 100%. I take full responsibility for that. But he then, literally, he would collect the payments and pay the developers. That's what he told me. And we're not even going to get into the fact that some developers told me that they didn't receive full payments, but that's a different story. So mindless owner, this point is very, very silly. He says, I'm a mindless owner. He said that at the point, it felt that Senti wouldn't even have a voice for himself and would convey what JS and K wanted, whether it was full project management rights or for him to act along the stage developers. Bro, I'll be completely honest. I have a lot of stuff I'm doing on the sidelines. I don't have time to sit here and micromanage every single thing in the Arise development server. So we have 2 other people who can do that for me. I don't see the reason why I need to sit there and investigate every little thing. If I'm supposed to have 3 competent people, I don't see why I have to be there 24/7. So calling me a mindless owner, I don't know what that means, man. Contract issue. Senti would always force me to sign numerous contracts. However, at one point, when he realized I wouldn't sign the ownership transfer contract, he just announced that all contracts signed till this point are null. yeah, buddy, that's not how contracts work. But if we go along that logic, and since you've been, but if we go along that logic, and since you have already been dropping my face, I guess I'll drop your name in the section down below. Now, this is quite interesting to me because Vort says I've been dropping his face. I'm so curious because the only thing I have of Vort online is the first podcast all of us did. Every single person in the Arise team did when I first met them in June 2024. And you can see, it's literally the first video on my YouTube channel. And I'll post a link to it right now. And you can see there's all of us in this room right now in the picture. So how is this dropping his face? He's making it sound like it's a solo thing where I was like exposing his face.
It's consensual.
Completely consensual. And even if it wasn't consensual, say for example, he did not consent to that, right? Say he did not consent to that. There's about 6 people in that video. Which one is Vort? Like, I can show you the video right now. Which one is Vort? You don't know who Vort is. They don't know who Vort is. There's no, like, how do we know who Vort is? We don't even, no one says, this is Vort, this is Don, this is Josh. No one, the only person that's known there is me. So, okay, cool. But then I'm going to post a video right now, as you guys can see. Basically, I used to visit Vort quite often in his university accommodation just to check up on him and stuff. So there was one time I was there and I came up with the idea that we should do vlogs for every member of the team. So I was like, let's do episode 1, Vort, episode 2, Don Senti. So Vort was completely fine with it. And I'm going to play a quick video from the vlog that I never posted. So here's the vlog. As you can see, that's his face in it. So Vort told me that he was okay with this. So what do you mean I've been posting your face? Because I didn't even post this. So what does that mean by, since you have been dropping my face? I have never dropped your face without your permission. What does that mean? I'm so confused. What does that mean, Vort? Okay, anyways, he says, financial reality. Man, it's cold in here. It says, financial reality. As we said above, the embezzlement is all false. I still did contribute money, despite the promise being he would fund the whole game. What money did you contribute, bro? What money did you... He says, I'm assuming the secret payments. Again, he's not denying it. He's not denying that he sent secret payments. This document is just basically saying, yeah, guys, I did bad, but Don did this. So yeah, he didn't contribute basically anything. It was like, what? Maybe he paid like $20 or something. Oh wait, Josh is calling me. Yo, you alright?
Yo, bros, how you doing?
I'm literally filming the video for I'm in the studio right now. Do you want to say anything? They can hear you. Like you're on what you call it, on camera.
Shout out the team, bro. Shout out to you guys.
Okay, so I'm serious. What's your opinion on Vort, Josh?
My opinion. The guy should already know my opinion. Honestly, what he did was unforgivable. It's disgusting, and it's borderline inhumane.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But I will call you back after this recording, bro.
End of the game.
Yeah. Okay, and then marketing. I'm not even sure if I should even address this marketing aspect. I don't even know if I should address it. Should I? But like, Arise is known because of me. When you think of Arise Roblox, you think of my face. You don't think of Vort. Do you guys even know what Vort looks like? But when you think of Arise, you think of me. I don't even like, I have one video on TikTok that has like 6 million views. I have one video on, what do you call it, Instagram that has, 9 million views. Please, I don't even need to go down the marketing aspect. Arise is known because of me. I spent thousands of pounds advertising this game. I spent time. I've lost friends because of this game. The amount of stuff I've had to do to make this game pop the way it did, it's insane. Just for Vort to tell me that my efforts are basically useless and I didn't really contribute that much. That's quite crazy to me, but we'll just have to move. 5, Senti, this is the same thing he's talking about, the first one. Senti Steam game scam. Senti would always glaze over his Steam games. However, when you really look into it, ask him about it, there would never be any games released, probably because he was scamming them too. Look at the Reddit link below. If you look at the link, it contains his name and he puts my real life name in there. Question. So Vort claims to know this, right? If I'm a scammer, Vort, why did you work with me? Why did you continue working with me? Why did you collect my money? Why were you asking me for money? Why were you asking me to come and spend time with you? When you were moving out of your university accommodation this year, did you not ask me to come and help you? Did you? That's why I was there. Now I think about it, that's why I was there. Also, Vort, since I'm such a bad guy, I'm a scammer and stuff like that, and I had nothing but bad intentions to scam you. You see this video right now? That's you, isn't it? That's your brother, isn't it? So Why are we eating dinner? Why did we go out to have lovely steak and lamb chops? I'm confused. Why would I take you out for food if I'm such a bad guy and I had no intentions but to scam you? I'm confused. And then I also dropped you guys back all the way back. And I'm so confused. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. If I'm such a bad guy, why did you continue to work with me? Why did you collect money from me? Why did you do all that? If I'm such a scammer and I'm such a liar and things like that. Anyway, we will continue. What's next? He says, what's next? Arise will go back to its original management where it was, he says, Arise will go back to its original management where it was actually showing steady progress and results. Until March 2025, the game started development in March 2024. From March 2024 till March 2025, there was no test in place to actually play the game. The reason we have a test in place is because Kay joined the team and Kay made sure that we had a test in place that we could actually play. Right? Before that, again, I have no way of proving this because it was on a phone call, but there was a time in December 2024 that Vort told me, no, he told us this in March, but he told me that in December there was a point that the game was not moving forward. Do you know why? Because the developers were not responding to him. Do you know why? Because we did not have an Arise Discord server at that time. Sorry, development Discord server. It was being, the information was being passed through direct messages. So Vort was handling the game through DMs. In my life, I've never seen that done in any game development company. How can you run a game through private messages? So the only reason we have a server is because I made it. I told Vort to make the server before, but he never did. So I just had to make it myself because I didn't trust him. And when that was happening, I told Vort, please put the information in the server. Stop talking in direct messages. What does Vort do? Continues to talk in direct messages. And that's why the game slowed down. Number 7, Kennedy. I really want to hear what Vort has to say about this. As I have told Senti multiple times, but his thick head can't comprehend it. What happened between my head is not thick, guys. What happened between me and Kennedy is on a personal basis. The legal issues, if there even are any, only extend to me and not arise as a corporation. Hold on. Let me explain this for anybody who doesn't know the situation. Kennedy runs a Minecraft Arise solo leveling server, something like that, or solo leveling server. He asked Vort if Vort could do a promotion for the Minecraft game in our server. Vort said yes. Vort collected 4,000 USD from Kennedy, right? And he did not deliver on his promise to Kennedy, and he did not give Kennedy his money back. Kennedy contacted Vort for around 5 months. Vort ignored him for 5 months and did not pay him the money back. When asked about the money, Vort said he had spent the money already. So Kennedy had no choice but to contact me. This is the screenshot. As you guys can see, read it yourself. You can see what he says. So, like I said, I don't even know what else I need to say. He said potential embezzlement, not sure what the situation is, but he bought percentage out of Rise and things we know of. This is the most pointless. As other people have said, this document looks like it was written by a child. Tried to ruin my... Yeah, I want to address this one because everyone's talking about this, saying So Vort said that I used AI to fake things to market the game as content. Vort sent me a picture of a dragon one time. He sent me a picture of a dragon. And I've done this twice. So the fact that he didn't even point out the second one is very interesting to me. So he sent me a picture of this dragon. It's a model that our modeler was making, right? So I was bored one day. I had some free time and I found this AI generator called Kling AI. I took the dragon picture and I put it into the AI video and it turned it into a video of the dragon turning its head. It's like a half a second video of a dragon turning its head, and I posted it. I don't really think that that's false advertisement because we've done it. The dragon is in the game. The dragon does that. So it's not like it's not in the game. It's in the game, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's what he's talking about. And also, he told me to post it. When he talks about me using AI in my videos, he doesn't mention the fact that he approved these things. Vort, I have a question for you. Why did you approve these things? Every video I make has to go through you. Why did you approve me using AI for a video? If it's so bad, if you disagree with this, why did you approve me using it? Why did you let me use it? He also talks, I don't know if he says this here, but he says this in my document where he complains about the Igris video. Quick explanation. I wanted to film content for Rise. So I did a whole showcase video it's an Igris video, a showcase video showing off the Igris content. So I then said, let's upload this. So I showed it to Vort to watch first. Guess what he said? Post it. He told me to post it. If I have a screenshot of it, I'll show you guys right now on the screen. He told me to post it. And then, as you can see, you can see what he says right here. He says that he knew it was a bad idea and I posted it anyway. And he did damage control. You did damage control for something you knew was going to happen anyway. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? Working with this guy is like working with like a mindless child. Genuinely one of the most frustrating things we've ever done. We couldn't move forward because this guy was always holding us back. Every time you do something, somebody will tell you that, oh, by the way, Vort scammed me last year. Vort has taken $200 from me, this and that. He was always holding us back. Even the idea I had with the whole vlog system, I told Vort, I want us to be like the sidemen of the video game industry, right? Vort said, yes, nothing was ever done about it. I had to start filming content. I had to start making my own content. So ultimately, it was just a disaster. So like I said, this is his document. Very, very unprofessional. Just looks like it was made in 2 seconds. Go look at my document. It's in the comments below. I don't even need to go in depth about it. Everything is quite clearly explained. Also, I downloaded the transcripts of the conversations between me and Vort, where everything was said for the past year. So everything is there. There's nothing being hidden, nothing being left out. Everything is literally there. So that's the situation. So everybody wants to know right now what's going to happen with Arise. This is exactly what is going to happen with Arise. Both of us have the game, right? This is how it works. This is quite simple, and I'm going to explain how everything works right now. Both of us have the game, right? So we were both working up to a specific point. However, when I knew this whole thing was going to happen, because I plan ahead, I split the game in 2. So I kept on, because I do the scripting as well. So I put the contents I was updating in a different section so Vort would not be able to see it, because I knew this would happen. So now that we have split, Vort has Arise, but all the developers, I have Arise too, but all the developers are all with me. So Vort literally cannot continue the game right now. He doesn't have the funding. I funded the game. I paid for everything. Even the logo of Arise, our logo designer, Vast, told Vort that Vort cannot use the logo anymore because it's not his. That's all our content. So everything in Arise belongs to me and us. We can do everything we want. Vort, I don't know what he's gonna do. All Vort has is ownership of the Discord server, which I built, and the Roblox group, which I built as well, which I grew. I grew both of them. Another thing I want to say, Vort might then claim that he has the money to keep the game going forward. If he has the game, I have a question for you, Vort. I have a direct question for you, Vort. If you do have the money to keep the game going forward, why have you not paid Kennedy back his money? Why have you not paid the 20 other people who claimed you scammed them? I received a message yesterday saying you collected $600 from somebody to make 4 weapons, and you've not paid the person. And I received multiple messages saying you did this with other people. Why have you not paid them yet? So I think it's more important you focus on paying those people back before you try to fund Arise. But I know you don't have the funding to do so. So this is kind of irrelevant. But like I said, that's the situation with Vort. With us, we have the funding. I will happily fund the game. I did it before. Now that I know that Vort is not in, I'm going to fund it even more. I'm going to pump all my money into it. I'm going to market the game even more. And the developers are there. They're already working. RPG section's coming out soon. We're good. We're still good for we're looking for a tester release in December this month. So on our end, everything is good. The only thing we have lost is we no longer have the original Discord server, which I made, and the Roblox group, but that's fine. It can be rebuilt. I did it the first time. I can do it again. That's it. That's the only thing we suffer in this situation. No longer having our Discord. That's it. That's literally it. So yeah, I hope that really explained everything for you guys. I hope that's quite clear and quite simple now. That's the situation. And now with that done, I'm going to introduce what we're doing with Arise right now. So now that Vort is not holding us back, we can now properly talk about the game. So the game, our version, is now going to be called Shadowborn. It is the same thing. We have just changed the name to prevent confusion. So yeah, Shadowborn, right? Let me talk about this game for a second. It's the same thing, but let me now talk about the RPG section. I'm always talking about the battleground section. So we have different types of armors. We're already working on brand new armors right now. Armors separate from Vort's game. So we have crazy armors. So what I want to do with the RPG system is quite interesting. This is going to be something you guys have never ever seen before. This is literally going to be crazy. This is insane. Forget the old Arise. This new game, Shadowborn, this is going to be something you guys have never ever seen before. I'm going to put 100% of my funding into this. I'm going to make sure this game blows out that other Arise. This is no longer just a Roblox thing. Right now, this is a competition thing. I need to show the people in that other Arise game that this is not a joke, that they are not dealing with a normal Roblox developer. This is not a game, right? I'm going to make the most crazy, destructive Roblox game that's ever been seen in the history of Roblox. Right, thank you. That's it.